This is the Dolphin E10 automatic robotic pool vacuum cleaner. Taking one good look at it, the first thing I notice is how compact and surprisingly lightweight it is for a robotic pool cleaner. The design is pretty modern, nothing flashy, just clean lines, a silver and blue color scheme, and sturdy plastic that feels like it'll hold up even after a summer of heavy use. The handle on top makes it easy to grab and carry around, which, from my experience, is a big plus when you just want to set it up or clean the filter out quickly. The E10 comes almost ready to go straight out of the box. I unpacked mine, and there really wasn't much to figure out. The manual is straightforward, but honestly, I barely looked at it. The box has the unit, the floating power cable, and the power supply. You just connect the cable to the power supply. There's only one way to plug it in, so that makes things foolproof. I know a lot of people aren't totally comfortable setting up pool equipment, but with this model, if you've ever plugged in a toaster, you can get it running. Now, one of the key features here is the active scrubbing brush on the bottom of the E10. If you're hearing that term for the first time, it just means the brush actually spins while the robot's working, scrubbing up dirt and debris from the pool floor. It's not just dragging a filter around, the E10 really puts some effort into getting the grime off. From my experience, even stuff like fine sand or the occasional small leaf didn't stand a chance. In just 1.5 hours, my above-ground pool, about 28 feet long, looks spotless. Plug and play is exactly how it feels to use this thing. I literally plugged the power supply into a wall outlet, dropped the E10 in the pool, and pressed the button to start. No app, no pairing, nothing complicated. While some folks might want more tech or wireless controls, for me, it was nice to have less fuss. The manual start might not be for people who want to schedule everything from their phone, but pressing a button is simple and practical, especially for anyone who wants cleaning done right away. Let's talk about the smart navigation, because I had my doubts at first. With some pool cleaners, I always felt like they're just wandering randomly, missing spots, running over the same area again and again. But with the E10, I noticed it seemed to know where to go next. It moves in a purposeful way, scanning the pool floor so it covers everything, even around the edges and steps. The first time I used it, I tossed in some leaves and a couple of small pebbles to see if it would pick everything up. When the cycle was done, the pool bottom was completely clean and the debris was in the filter basket. Speaking of the filter basket, this is a top-load design. If you're new to robotic pool cleaners, top-load just means you don't have to flip the unit over or unscrew anything to access where the dirt collects. The basket pops right out from the top. Simple. It's made of sturdy plastic and is big enough that I didn't have to empty it halfway through the cleaning. The only thing to note is the filter that comes with the unit is what they call a fine filter. It grabs most leaves, bugs, and bits of dirt, but if you have really fine particles like pollen or dust clouding up your water, you might want to consider getting the optional ultrafine filter. I haven't tried the ultrafine myself yet, but for my needs, the default filter did a good job. One minor thing that some people might worry about is the cable that connects the robot to the power supply. It's about 40 feet, which is plenty for most above-ground pools, but now and then it can get a little twisted or tangled. I found that by unrolling the cable fully before dropping the cleaner in, I had fewer problems, but if you have kids or a pool with a lot of toys around, just keep an eye on it. I also want to touch on maintenance because, honestly, I do not want to deal with a ton of cleaning chores after the main cleaning device has done its job. The E10 is super easy in that respect. The filter basket lifts out. I just dump whatever leaves and gunk it's picked up, rinse it with a hose, and pop it back in. That's it. There's not a lot of fiddling or tiny parts to lose. After a month of use with regular cycles, about twice a week, the E10 still runs like new and doesn't give me trouble. There are a few things the E10 doesn't do, just so you don't get the wrong idea. It's meant for pool floors only, so it doesn't climb up the walls or clean the water line. If you're expecting it to scale the sides of your pool, that's not going to happen. I was a little bummed about that at first, but honestly, for basic floor cleaning, it handles the main source of dirt, which is good enough for me right now. If having the whole pool, including walls and waterline, always spotless is your thing, you'll need to look at a different model, maybe something like the Dolphin Quantum or Cayman. Durability was another question mark for me before I started using the E10. Maytronics, the company behind Dolphin Robots, has a solid reputation, but I've seen my share of plastic pool gadgets flake out after a while. After a lot of use, hauling it in and out, and letting it run through rough sessions, it still feels solid. No weird rattles, cracks, or bits that look like they're about to snap off. Keeping electronics in a pool environment is always a test, so only time will tell for the long run, but for a couple of months now, it lives up to expectations. From my experience, the Dolphin E10 is perfect for anyone with an above-ground pool who wants a reliable floor cleaner that's easy to carry, quick to start, and actually gets the job done. You don't have to be a pool pro or a techie to use it. If you're like me and just want to spend less time worrying about cleaning and more time enjoying the pool, this model delivers. If there's a downside, it's just that you have to start it manually. It doesn't have any fancy features like Wi-Fi, smart timers, or remote control. It also won't do your pool walls. But for the price and what you actually get, a solid, no-nonsense pool cleaner, I'd recommend this for most pool owners, especially those who want to keep things simple and effective. In conclusion, the Dolphin E10 automatic robotic pool vacuum cleaner is all about practicality. It's not overloaded with features, but nails the basics. Plug in, press start, wait about an hour and a half, and your pool floor is clean. The active scrubbing brush and smart navigation are the highlights for me. I've used it several times now, and it's made pool maintenance a lot less stressful. The easy maintenance, dependable build, and straightforward operation make this a solid choice if you have an above-ground pool. I will share detailed information about the Dolphin E10 automatic robotic pool vacuum cleaner in the comments section. Everyone, thank you for watching.